This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Labor Day sale and get 35% off paints and stains August 22nd through September 4th. With prices starting at $31.84, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. KFI AM at 640, it is The Conway Show. All right, ding dong with you. All right, we're going to start with Alex Stone from ABC News. That guy's always great. Alex Stone, welcome to KFI. How you, bub?
Doing well. How are you?
Hey, did you see the president when he went over to Saudi Arabia? He had those 4 F-16s, Saudi Arabian F-16s, escort him into the airport?
No, I didn't see that.
The Secret Service went crazy because they got within a couple hundred feet of Air Force One. Yeah. And one of the Secret Service guys looked down and goes, those are fully armed. Those are fully loaded. You don't arm an F-16 or an F-18 unless you're willing and going to drop that ordnance. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man, they're shaking in their boots.
Would they have done that with the new Air Force One?
I don't know. But you know, all one guy had to do is sneeze and plow into Air Force One, and it's over.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah. And you never know what the temperament of some of those guys are. You know, maybe his family got bombed somewhere in the past and he took it out on the United States and, you know, hates George Bush, but he doesn't realize George Bush isn't president anymore. And then bang, it's over.
I'm sure they saw it as an honor, but still, I'm surprised anybody's allowed to get that close to Air Force One.
I am too. And they shouldn't. I mean, the United States should be escorting Air Force One wherever it goes. Not an international, not Saudi Arabian F-16.
Right, and you don't know their backgrounds. And
that's right.
Absolutely.
God almighty. We're playing fast and loose with everything in this country. Everything. Hey, so what's going on? The Cincinnati Reds, Charlie Hustle, Pete Rose, might be going to the Hall of Fame, eh?
Well, maybe. And the Reds are celebrating it tonight. The game's getting underway right now against the White Sox, and they are giving out replica number 14 Rose jerseys to fans who are attending, and the Rose family is delivering the game ball. They're the honorary captains, so the Reds are they're all in on this. But I think the big question here, after Rob Manfred, the MLB commissioner, said yesterday that a person no longer with us cannot represent a threat to the integrity of the game, in the statement when he was announcing that Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe Jackson, that they're going to be reinstated, that is a ban from baseball to punish somebody and tell the world, don't pay attention to what they did while they were in the game because they didn't do it cleanly? Or is it while they're alive to make sure they can't threaten the integrity of the game? And MLB is saying, under Rob Manfred, that this is about protecting the future of the game while somebody's alive. Now, you could argue, well, Pete Rose wasn't betting on baseball and part of baseball for a very long time, so why does dying even matter if you're just going to say it's while they are protecting the integrity of the game? Right. But he is going to be allowed to, the baseball writers will vote at some point on Pete Rose. Likely will vote on him getting into the Hall of Fame. It is not a done deal, but Reds fans are celebrating. Here's what they're saying now.
He built the Reds. This is his ballpark.
And his attorney for a long time, who fought for this moment, says this is what it's all about.
This is significant, historic for many reasons, for all those who are off the ineligible list. But the ultimate goal as well for Pete to complete the tasks are, I'd like to get him into the Hall of Fame, or at least have that vote so the voters can determine his eligibility and his worthiness.
I mean, wasn't a 17-time All-Star, a hitting champion, 2 World Series championships, but his attorney saying this is going to be his argument.
We are a nation of second chances, third chances for many, and for what he did on the field, he's worthy.
And some argue, Tim, that this is going to open up the floodgates and anybody banned is going to know that they can get back into the Hall. But they're going to be dead. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to say, well, I'll do wrong because I'll be dead. But they can come back. They can get into the Hall of Fame.
I heard that Shoeless Joe and Pete Rose are going to go into the Hall of Fame as Lyle and Eric. Is that true?
See, that question I posed to you about what is a ban is kind of what you could argue about justice as well after the Menendez brothers.
That's right.
Is justice about public safety and protecting the public, or is it about punishing the person and teaching a lesson? Same thing with a ban in baseball.
Yeah, look, obviously Pete Rose, made some mistakes, but one of the greatest all-around baseball players in the history of the game. But then you ask yourself, okay, he didn't kill anybody. It's right. Not like O.J. Simpson and taking away his Heisman and taking away all his trophies and everything. He didn't rape anybody. So it's not like a Bill Cosby thing where they take away his Emmys and his Oscars or, whatever awards he had. It's just a guy who, put a couple of bucks on the outcome of a game, and they never proved that he bet on any of the games he was involved in.
That's right. Now, he did eventually come around and admit that he did gamble on baseball as part of his kind of, admitted, and hopefully then they would reinstate him. This is what he told our Charlie Gibson.
Did you bet on baseball? Yes, I did, and that was my mistake, not coming clean a lot earlier.
So he finally admitted that, not on the games that he was actually playing in, but did admit it. So
right,
yeah. I mean, we'll see. And then it kind of like Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire and others are the asterisks about
time here. Did you ever meet Pete Rose?
No.
My dad had dinner with him one night, and Pete Rose is a really intense guy. And my dad didn't know that. And he took a baseball and he was banging it off the wall. My dad was sitting up against like a brick wall, and Pete Rose just kept throwing the ball against the wall and catching it. Bang, 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 bang. And it was like a nutty time with Pete Rose. But he said Pete Rose was one of the most pleasant guys. He had a lot of great, funny stories. And he just got caught up in, putting a couple of bucks on a game. I don't see what the big deal is.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's how most people saw him, as kind of just a chill guy who, eventually came around and said, fine, I'll admit it. And, yeah.
But, man, that haunted him forever. He was, the greatest pure hitter maybe in the history of the world in baseball. And every time he was interviewed, he goes, "Hey Pete, did you gamble? Remember what's his name? Who did the sports show in town? Healy. What's his name?
Oh, I don't know. I think before my time. I think.
What's his name, Crush?
Was it Jim Healy?
Jim Healy. Yeah, Jim Healy. Jim Healy. Yeah, that song they'd play all the time. Gambling Rose. I mean, you play it over and over and over. And that's the only thing you know about Pete Rose, if you're not a baseball fan, is the guy gambled a lot and on sports and got thrown out of the game.
Yeah, you're right. It went beyond sports. Everybody knew who he was, and it was because of that.
Yeah, and he wasn't even allowed in ballparks. I mean, up until recently. Yeah. He wouldn't even be allowed to step inside of a baseball field. Oh, that's unbelievable. So the earliest he can get in is probably, 5 years from now?
Yeah, it's going to be a while. And the baseball writers who vote them in are a more conservative bunch of folks who, I mean, by those who are inside that world say that it's probably not going to be right away. They're going to have to kind of come around to the idea of bringing them into the Hall of Fame. But maybe it'll end up being sooner. But it's probably not going to be right away. There is a bit of a waiting period here as well. But it could be next couple of years, maybe, or it could go on a lot longer if they keep saying no.
Here's a text I just got. Is there an a-hole Hall of Fame? And if so, are Lyle and Eric in? Oh, really? There's going to be a lot of that. We didn't get your reaction because you weren't on the air until today.
Yeah, I was in the courtroom yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. But a crazy scene, huh?
Yeah, it was crazy. How quickly it went yesterday, because, I mean, it was supposed to be 2 days, and it looked like it was going to go 2 days. I think when we went to lunch yesterday, they had only gotten through 3 witnesses, and Garagos said it was going to be 7 family members and 2 experts. He cut it short, we understand, so he could get back to the Diddy trial, where his daughter is the defense attorney on that, but he wanted to get back there.
Wait, whose daughter is there?
Garagos.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's been admonished by the judge for unofficially being part of the Diddy defense team. So wow. he goes back there. Yeah, he's been shuttling back.
Wait, so were you in the courtroom when the judge made the decision yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I ended up being in the listening room in that moment, so I could come and go to do live shots. But
what was the reaction amongst the press and everybody in the room?
Well, one is it was just shocking that we just kept waiting and kept waiting and it kept getting later and later. And the judge said, we're going to do this tonight, essentially said that, indicated that it was going to be that. And we could see which way he was going because the judge kept asking, if I did 50 to life, what would this mean? What would that mean? The Menendez brothers did not get what they wanted, and they are celebrating this, and their family is celebrating this, but they wanted manslaughter, so they would have gotten out immediately. Going to the parole board, they may never get freedom with the parole board, or it could be many years down the road. This is not, unless the governor gives them clemency, it's not going to be an immediate thing whatsoever. But
the governor's not going to do that. He's running for president.
It does seem like he's moderating in his views quite a bit, isn't he, now, with homeless and everything else?
Yes, I think if those kids get out and they murder again, and it's on his watch, his political career is over.
Yeah, well, and so it may be only the parole board who could do it, and they may eventually do it. Even Hochman today said, look, if they will, he continues to say that they haven't come clean on the self-defense, all that if they will, then even he would support them getting parole. And yesterday in their statements, they took a lot of time to say, I admit to what I did. I killed my parents. I put the shotgun up to their heads. I did this. It was quite graphic in the way they were describing it. When they gave their statements before they got their new sentence.
And so who was the guy who pulled the trigger? Were both of them shot or just Lyle?
Yeah, no, they both said that they took part in it and that they fully admitted to all of that. And that was in reaction to Hochman saying that they haven't fully admitted to everything. They've lied. They admitted that they lied and that they got people to lie on their behalf during the trials years ago. But 50 to life is by no means getting out, but it is a step toward maybe one day getting out if the parole board goes down that way. Parole board takes a very long time no matter what. And if the parole board comes back and says no, which quite often with inmates they do the first 1-2 times they try, then they've got to wait 3 years to even try again.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it could be a long time. But no, it was a shock to everybody that the judge said, let's just keep going tonight. So late, in fact, that I went to get my car out of the parking garage, and the parking garage was locked and closed. I had to Uber home and then Uber back to court this morning. Great. And the lady looked at me and said, did you leave your car here overnight? And I said, yeah, because the sign says they're going to impound them and tow them. And I thought, my car's not there this morning. But it was.
That's great. Look, a guy like you doing all the right things, you get your car locked up, and these 2 murderers are going to be let free. That's great.
My car did get paroled today, so I got it back.
That's great. Buddy, I appreciate you coming on, man.
You got it. Thanks,
all right, there goes Alex Stone with ABC News. He was in the courtroom, in the listening room, I guess, which is right off the side, or I don't know. It's the cheap seats. But he was there when the decision was made. There weren't that many people that were in that courtroom or in the listening room, and he was one of them. That's wild. We have a great connection. And we also had Carolla on yesterday, and Bellio told us about the Carolla connection. If it wasn't for Carolla, those kids may not be getting out. I don't want to totally blame them, but and also Gascon, he had his hand in it, and then of course Mark Garagos. So those 3 people very instrumental in letting these 2 nuts out of the can. I don't know. It's going to be in June where we figure out whether they're coming out or not, and then they're going to make a beeline here to KFI, and they're going to kill me, and they're going to kill John Colbelt, because John Colbelt was doing the fry the Menendi every day, and Steckler and I beat him up pretty good. And even Leslie Abramson, their defense attorney, said you can't get a fair trial in this town with idiots like Conway and Steckler. She mentioned our names. So you don't think these 2 kids were brewing for the last 30 years, 35 years, trying to figure out how to kill me? They're coming. They're coming to kill me. And guess what, fellas? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. I can defend myself in this studio or at home.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
Monks is with us. You got Monks. How you, bub?
I am doing well. Not as well as some of our friends in the hotel and airport industry who are set to get a big raise. They won't be trying to win that $1,000. They don't need it.
What's going on with the with tourism and the hotels and the whole run?
Well, look, there's a lot going on, but specifically what happened today at Los Angeles City Hall is that the city council has given the first of 2 votes that would approve a pretty significant pay raise for a lot of people who work in the hotel industry in the city and in concession and other business jobs at LAX airport.
Right, and can we afford that?
Well, the question isn't whether you or I can afford it. It's whether the hotels can afford it and whether the business operators, the concessionaires, as they're known at the airport, can afford it. And if you ask those guys, the answer is no. In fact, we heard today from a guy from the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce who predicts this is going to be really bad news. Foosh, if you could play clip 1. Is this like the look-ahead situation from moments ago?
We are concerned that the damage that this will pose will not just impact the hotels in Hollywood and their employees who will be at risk of layoff, but so too the businesses surrounding them who rely on folks to patronize their restaurants, their retailers.
And on the other hand...
And what kind of increase are we talking about?
Oh, it's significant.
Percentage-wise?
About, off the top of my head, 30%.
Oh, is that right?
30%, because they're going, starting in July, after this thing gets its second vote, which looks like it's obvious. It was a 12-3 vote today. I can't imagine that many votes being peeled off to stop this thing from being approved officially next Friday. You're seeing a minimum wage incrementally increase starting in July. It will be $22.50.
What is it now?
It's just below that.
Okay.
But by 2028, it will be $30 an hour.
Wow. And is it just a specific area, just around the airport?
It's the entire city. For hotels that have 60 rooms or more?
Oh, so almost every hotel.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of hotels.
Right.
But if you're a smaller hotel and say I got a small hotel that has 24 rooms in it, we do what we can, but I got 3 of those.
Oh, is that so they're going to nail you for that?
Yeah.
No way. So even if you have, you don't have 60 rooms, but in total you have 60 rooms, you're going to get hit?
Yeah.
That's outrageous.
And there were only a few council members who spoke passionately against it, saying, look, the situation's bad right now. This guy from the Hollywood Chamber said something very interesting as well. He was like, look at your own budget, LA City Hall.
Yeah.
You guys are screwed. You can see the writing on the wall of the economic conditions right now, and you are forcing a lot of hotel owners and small businesses at the airport to make some tough decisions ahead. On the other hand, the workers are very happy. Here is what one of their union representatives had to say at City Hall today.
Like Chicken Little, the industry always claims the sky is falling whenever it is asked to do right by its workers. They say paying workers more and ensuring they have health insurance will be the final blow. Please spare us the fear-mongering. You know what's not falling? CEO pay and stock prices.
So they are going to have to be paying more for insurance as well. And a lot of these small businesses say we cannot afford that. In fact, one large hotel operator who's planning to expand one of the hotels down the street outside Universal says, the Hilton, right? The Universal Hilton.
Right.
We're not going to do it.
Oh, really? Is that right?
Some of these big hotels have deals with the Olympics already.
Okay.
And they might try to back out of that because they're not going to be able to fulfill their promises because they're worried about paying their own bills now.
Okay. So here's what we're going to run into. First of all, a 30% increase is a lot. But we're also down in tourism to begin with.
Bingo.
A lot of Canadians aren't coming down anymore. A lot of Europeans aren't coming out because they think LA was destroyed in the fires, which it wasn't. And so we're going to have fewer people and we're going to be paying more, $30 an hour. I don't know how this city is going to survive this.
That's what other people were saying today. In fact, we heard from LA Tourism, the Tourism and Convention Center Bureau people. They were there, and they didn't take a position on this. They were just sharing facts. And it's not just international travelers not coming to LA the way that they were, maybe because of a change in the White House and some of the rhetoric that's gone on there, or just general economic conditions. Americans aren't coming to LA, they were. They gave specific markets, fewer people coming from New York, fewer people from Miami, fewer people from Washington, D.C. They are not coming here the way they were coming last year. And that is because of perhaps a perception of Los Angeles right now, coupled with people's own economic uncertainty that they're dealing with. So when all of that adds together to a bad economic climate for these specific businesses, airport stuff and hotels,
right?
Now their bills are going up anyway because the city is mandating that they pay their employees more. We're talking about maids. We're talking, and these are respectable jobs, right? These are jobs that are important for these folks.
Right.
That's a lot of money.
But at $30 an hour, I know we got to take a break here, but at $30 an hour, 8-hour day is $240, and then you work a 10-hour day, so there's another time and a half for those 2 hours. That's 90. Let me see, 30 and 30 plus 30 is 90. So that's $330 a day. If you work 6 days a week, 52 weeks a year, you're making $103,000 a year.
Not at $30 an hour.
Sure.
I think
if you work 10 hours a day,
10 hours
6
a day,
days
sure.
a week.
Yeah, there you go.
And you just grind.
That's right.
You're making $103,000 a year.
Yeah.
Seems like
cleaning
a lot of money.
it up. That's Conway.
But you know what? But real quickly, LA is $1 billion shy, probably much more. In Irvine, in the little small town of Irvine, they're putting $1 billion into their local park.
It's priorities.
It's different.
It's priorities.
It's different living in Orange County than it is in LA. Monks, thank you.
Always a pleasure.
7 to 9 on Saturday.
Saturday night. We'll talk more about this on Saturday night.
You got Monks.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Labor Day sale and get 35% off paints and stains August 22nd through September 4th. With prices starting at $31.84, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
It's the Conway Show. It's Wednesday, and crime everywhere. Crime all over the place. But in my old stomping ground, Seal Beach, they're not going to tolerate that anymore. In Seal Beach, their new slogan is "Don't steal in Seal," and then they leave off the beach. Right? Don't steal in Seal. They're going to arrest you. They're not going to ticket you. They're going to throw you in jail for stealing. So Seal Beach, near the ocean, a little bit south of Long Beach, north of Huntington Beach, right there on the coast. Beautiful town. I used to live there for about 2 or 3 years. We rented an apartment, and then we moved into a 2-bedroom sort of townhouse for a while. And I enjoyed it. I loved it, and I wished I would have stayed, but we didn't. We left, and we came to the San Fernando Valley. Regrets? Yeah. I've had a few. But Seal Beach is not tolerating any more of this crime. They're done with it.
Shoplifters beware. If you get caught stealing in Seal Beach, you will go to jail. It's all part of a new zero-tolerance crackdown on retail theft.
KTLA 5's Orange County Bureau Chief Chip Yost joining us live now in Seal Beach with more. I guess they caught one.
Right as Chip Yost was coming on, the cops were responding code 3 to somewhere. And they blasted those sirens right when he started his live report.
I couldn't even hear what you said, Glenn.
Wow,
but
that was crazy.
we are here in Seal Beach. That's obviously something else.
I think that was Charles Nelson Riley laughing in the background.
I guess they caught one.
So Glenn Walker said, I guess they caught one. And then, is that Charles Nelson Riley in the background?
I guess they caught
one.
Yeah, Charles Nelson Riley.
I couldn't even hear what you said, Glenn.
Wow,
but
that was crazy.
we are here in Seal Beach. That's obviously something else going on. Maybe we'll have to go follow them, see where they're going. But yeah, Seal Beach police here, they are not the only department to use their social media to reach out to their residents, but they're also trying to reach out to thieves who may be thinking about visiting here. In the big picture, a woman arrested for stealing flowers and merchandise from a Target wouldn't get much notice, even on Mother's Day.
Kind of something sad about that, right? A woman in her 40s or late 40s, early 50s on Mother's Day was stealing flowers and Mother's Day gifts. What does that tell you? Well, that tells you there's really nobody laying any gifts on her in her real life. So, and she either can't afford them or doesn't want to pay for them. So she's stealing her own Mother's Day gift. That is Southern California.
In the big picture, a woman arrested for stealing flowers and merchandise from a Target wouldn't get much notice, even on Mother's Day.
She did it on Mother's Day. Well, maybe she had a different interpretation of what Mother's Day was. Mother's Day, mothers get treated right, mothers get free merchandise.
But the Seal Beach Police Department put it...
Come to Seal Beach, you will go to jail.
Don't steal and seal has become a theme.
That's their theme down there.
Don't steal and seal has become a theme on the department's social media pages.
That's a felony. It's new laws.
These are two young ladies in a cop car. They didn't know they were being videotaped. And one of them said...
That's a felony?
It's a felony? She said to her friend, it's a felony? We just stole stuff and now it's a felony? And her friend's like, yeah, there's some new laws.
That's a felony? It's new laws.
New laws. Bad vibes.
In this post in December, the department highlighted Prop 36, the new voter-approved law that allows more repeat theft offenses to be prosecuted as felonies. Since the new law took effect, Seal Beach says it has made 26 felony theft arrests that previously would have only resulted in people being cited and released.
Yeah, the rule up until now was you get a ticket and you have to return the merchandise, but you don't get arrested. Now they're going to arrest you. But has that deterred anybody from stealing? Probably not.
Has shoplifting gone down?
Okay, there's a good question. That's perfect timing. Has shoplifting gone down because of this? I would say no.
Has shoplifting gone down since Prop 36 here in Seal Beach?
You know, unfortunately, we really haven't seen shoplifting go down yet, but...
There you go. Nothing deters the shoplifter. Nothing.
But we have seen is our arrests go up. So our hope is that as more people come to Seal Beach and actually do get arrested, the message will get out that this Seal Beach is not the place to come and commit crimes.
Now, back in March, Orange County District Attorney Todd Spitzer wrote an op-ed for the Orange County Register in which he said to that point, his office had filed more than 250 felony theft cases under Prop 36. And of those, he says dozens of people have already pled guilty to felonies that previously would have only been misdemeanors. For now, reporting here in Seal Beach, I'm Chip Yost, KTLA 5.
All right, that's the new slogan in Seal Beach. Don't steal in Seal Beach. They're going to arrest you. So you got to come up to L.A. to do your stealing. They'll just give you a ticket and you can be on your way. But not Seal Beach. Not Seal Beach. They'll arrest you. Stay out of Seal Beach. Do not commit crimes in Seal Beach. They step too quick, the cops there.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. on demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
It is the Conway Show. We continue here. We've got a lot of crime going on in Southern California. Nobody seems to be able to control it, but we have to warn you about it because you never know who's going to be next. There's a guy in Westwood, owns a home, had private security, armed security around his house, and guess what? They still broke in. So if a guy who owns a house has armed security and that doesn't deter criminals from coming in, what chance do we have? Don't you think about that all the time? Like somebody's coming into my house tonight. Somebody's coming to my business tonight. Someone's going to knock me off. One's in custody, but this where it happened in Westwood is a very expensive area. There are 0 homes in that area that are under $3 million. They go from $3 to $12 million in this area. Every single home. And yet, even with armed security, guys are breaking in. That's unbelievable. Where we're at.
A home burglary in Westwood. Police say just after 5 a.m. they received a burglary call from a home on Lynbrook Drive. The homeowners say 4 people broke into the house while they were home, and at some point a private security guard opened fire on the suspects. One suspect was taken into custody, but police say they are looking for the other 3. There are no reports of injuries.
So even if you have armed security around you, you still could get robbed. Home invasions. They're everywhere. Now, I will grant you this. There are not enough criminals out there to get all of us, but they're going to get some of us. And this guy went to bed last night thinking there's no way that people are coming into his house. He has an armed security guard. He probably has the best cameras, the best alarm, the best equipment to keep people out. And yet, here they are. They showed up. All right, the man was charged. The man was charged with the murder of the 79-year-old guy who was just cleaning out the back of his car at a gas station / car wash. And he gets dragged a quarter mile. He's 79 years old. He's had a nice life, and he's just looking to enjoy himself for the last 10, 15 years. And they got him. They got him. Well, they got the guy that did this.
New details on a brutal carjacking in Norco. Charges were filed this morning against the suspect. 29-year-old Ryan Hewitt is facing a litany of felony charges, including murder and carjacking with special circumstances of crimes against the elderly. Loved ones say the victim, James Norman, was getting ready to meet his family for dinner on Monday and made a stop at the Arco station on Hidden Valley Parkway. Authorities say the 79-year-old Army veteran was vacuuming the back of his car when Hewitt jumped in the driver's seat. He took off with Norman still hanging out the door.
Grateful for the people. I hope to meet them that surrounded him. I'm struggling with...
This is the daughter. They live in Norco. Dad was just cleaning out the back of his car. And now he's dead. Now they got to deal with this. They have to deal with the first birthday, the first Thanksgiving, the first Christmas without dad around. And the family will never be the same. The family dynamic will never be the same because of the way this dad went out. And And so if they live in Norco, that Hidden Valley Parkway, I think is what it's called. That's a main thoroughfare. They got to probably use that, every day, if not, once or twice a week. And they have to pass the gas station where their dad was killed. And they have to look at that all the time and remember that day. It's a nightmare for this family. This is the daughter trying to hold it together.
Grateful for the people. I hope to meet them that surrounded him. I'm struggling with the vision that I have of how he went down. I imagine he was so scared.
Investigators, they were able to find the car at a Riverside apartment complex thanks to an air tag his daughter used to keep track of him. A GoFundMe has been set up to help the family cover expenses.
It's a nightmare. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, we got another crime story here. A gang member arrested in connection with a fatal shooting spree.
3 alleged gang members are facing federal murder and racketeering charges over a shooting spree in Lancaster. 22-year-old Jerry Wembley Jr. and 20-year-old Jerry Wembley III are charged along with 37-year-old Vianney Richardson. The charges stem from shootings on June 25th that left 2 people dead and nearly killed a third. Authorities say the 3 are members of the PDL Bloods gang in Pasadena and Antelope Valley. Wembley the third was arrested yesterday. The other 2 were already in custody.
It's unbelievable. It's not just here in LA. It's in Lancaster. It's in Orange County. It's everywhere in Southern California. And so you got to be aware of it. We don't like to keep banging on you every night and every day, but there's a lot of crime out there, a lot of it. And you see a lot of it in the news, when they're not covering Lyle and Eric or P. Diddy. Those are the 2 big stories going on right now. But it's, I imagine they only cover maybe, 2 or 3% of the actual crime that's going on in LA and Southern California. They just don't have enough time to do them all. They just don't. All right, Santa Monica is going to try to, I guess, revamp the place. Nobody's going to Santa Monica 3rd Street Promenade anymore because it's dangerous. There's a lot of homelessness. There's a lot of crime, and the stores have all moved out. It looks like 20 or 30, 40% of the stores have been boarded up. And it's not the same as when I was younger. We used to go to Westwood when I was in high school, and we'd, get in a van with buddies and go to Westwood every Friday night or Saturday night. And then somebody got killed in Westwood, and everybody stopped going to Westwood. And everybody started going to 3rd Street Promenade. And then 3rd Street Promenade was great. Everybody was down there. Everyone was having a great time. The streets were always filled. And then it got dangerous. It got dangerous. Very few places to park. A lot of homelessness, a lot of urine, a lot of feces around. And people said, screw it. We're not going to go. But they're going to try to fix it by opening up the place to more alcohol outside.
For a more than 6-hour-long meeting, the city leaders here in Santa Monica voted unanimously to approve this new ordinance that would allow people to walk around the 3rd Street Promenade between Wilshire and Broadway with alcoholic beverages in hand.
There you go. What could go wrong with bringing alcohol onto the streets?
Now, the city is aiming to begin this new program in early June.
Okay, it's not... The reason why nobody goes to 3rd Street Promenade, it's not because you can't drink on the streets. It's because the surrounding area is filled with dangerous people. That's why nobody's going.
With the Pride on the Promenade event on June 21st. The 3-block zone would be known as the Outdoor Entertainment Zone, with the goal of increasing foot traffic and boosting business for local shops. The new ordinance will allow people to purchase alcoholic beverages from businesses on the promenade from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m.
Wait, 8 you can get a drink at 8 a.m. on the promenade?
From 8 a.m. to 2 a.m.
Wow. Man, that's who's that? Who's the guy walking around with a beer at 8 a.m.?
Then carry the drinks in approved to-go cups that are not glass or metal.
Okay, here come all the rules.
The community, however, has mixed feelings about the decision.
I want to express my strong support yet again for the intention behind the entertainment zone. Revitalizing our downtown core, I think we all need to stay focused on what we're trying to do here. We're trying to revitalize the downtown core. We're trying to support our small businesses, and we're trying to bring fun and joy and vibrancy back to the promenade.
There aren't enough security or enough staff members to protect our buildings. My building is boarded up.
Oh, this is a guy who owns like 4 or 5 businesses in the 3rd Street Promenade area.
Part of it because storefronts are smashed that are empty. It's unsafe.
Participating.
You hear that?
It's unsafe.
The guy who has a store, or I think 3 or 4 stores down there, his opinion of 3rd Street Promenade is not, hey, we need more alcohol. It's
unsafe.
It's unsafe. It's not safe to go to.
It's unsafe.
Participating businesses will also be required to check IDs and provide customers with an official city-provided wristband that they must wear while consuming the drink outdoors. There will also be clear signs establishing the boundaries of this new entertainment zone. As we come back out here live, the city plans to monitor this new program closely, and they say after 6 months, they'll provide a thorough review and let us know those results.
All right, there you go. Okay, it has nothing to do with drinks. It's just not safe.
It's unsafe.
It's unsafe. That's the bottom line. 3rd Street Promenade, if you had kids going there, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids, they want to go to the 3rd Street Promenade, you'd be like, oh, no, is there anything else you can do? Please don't go there. I don't want to get you. I don't want to see you killed.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Annabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Annabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.